It's Saturday, so I slept in. When I got out of bed, I decided to make some brunch. Some scrambled eggs with kale, biscuits and strawberry spread, some breakfast sausage, and an Irish coffee. I started by brewing the coffee, and I think coffee tastes best when it's brewed in a percolator. I moved on to making the strawberry spread. I thawed out some frozen strawberries and pureed them in a food processor. I poured the puree in a small pot, added a little powdered sugar, and mixed it up. Powdered sugar has cornstarch in it, so it helps with thickening. Still, I stirred this while it cooked down to make sure it didn't burn. When it started to look like ketchup, I knew it was done. I covered it and I let it sit. Next, I made the biscuits. I found a recipe I like and scaled it down for one person. It's a half a cup of flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of buttermilk powder, an 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda, and an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I mixed those up and then grated in 1½ tablespoons of frozen butter. The butter gets soft quickly once it's grated, so I have to work fast. Once I got the butter grated, I gently worked it into the dry ingredients, then added 1/4 cup of whole milk. I mixed that just until the dough came together in a wet ball. Then I lightly floured the counter and folded the dough a few times to create layers. Then I cut the dough with a biscuit cutter. This recipe makes about 2 biscuits. I coated the biscuits with some butter that I melted in a pan and let them bake for 12 minutes. Here's how they turned out. And this is why I add the butter frozen. It makes for a biscuit with a soft and flaky texture. I put the biscuits aside and moved on to the eggs. I finally chopped about a handful of kale. I don't pre-cook it for scrambled eggs. I cracked some eggs, added some white pepper and some salt, and gave them a light whisk. I like fluffy scrambled eggs, so I mixed in about a tablespoon of heavy cream. Then I poured that into the kale, added some onion powder, and gave it one last mix before scrambling them. This egg pan is quickly becoming my favorite. But I shouldn't cook sausages in it. I sliced 2 sausage patties, and while they didn't cook in the pan badly, I was surprised that they stuck as much as they did. I probably should have added a little water to the pan first. Back to that Irish coffee. I added the sugar and the whiskey off camera, but I wasn't successful in getting all the cream to sit on top of the coffee. But I had a feeling it would taste good that way. Everything was ready, and it was time to plate. One of the biscuits, the sausages, the scrambled eggs, and the strawberry spread. I buttered the biscuit, set my table, and sat down to eat. Like a lot of people, midday on a Saturday is when I run errands and take care of other things. Then I just eat on the go. It was nice to put all of that on hold and cook for myself instead. Everything was delicious, and the Irish coffee did taste better with the cream in the drink. I knew I was relaxed and enjoying myself when I realized I let the camera roll. Usually I record parts of eating the meal to save space, but not today. Do you make yourself brunch on the weekend? If so, what do you cook? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time.